How's it going, guys? My name is Lost and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts Union Cards video. So guys, it is September 10th, 2018 over there in Japan, and with that we got our weekly reset update. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that came out this morning. As always, shout out to Roboloid, who is our JP translator, for allowing us to use his translations in my update videos and other videos as well. So thank you so much, man. You can always find him on Discord or on Twitter at Roboloid. So first things first, guys, is the the Mega Farm VIP. It still continues on for this week. I'm assuming that this is going to last throughout the entire month, so I don't know why they just don't, you know, say that it's going to be throughout the whole entire month. But either ways, though, if you did miss out on getting like your Chips and Dales, Evolved medals, Experience medals, etc., etc., you still have the opportunity even up till now. This does last for 1 week, but I'm going to be assuming that this is gonna be lasting longer than that. So yeah, pretty awesome that they are still continuing with this. Next thing is the awesome VIP. Now, guys, this VIP, if you typically buy VIP only, or if you always buy VIP in general, you always be supporting the game through VIPs and whatnot. This week's VIP is actually not too bad, especially if you missed out on these 3 medals. So with the reprinted VIP medals are back in VIP, get cool medals like the Illustrated Invisible. So what do you get out of this VIP? You get 7 Toon Santa Roxas, 2 Toon Sora and Goofy, 8 trait medals of Toon Sora and Goofy, 2 Illustrated Invisible medals, 8 trait medals Illustrated Invisible, 1 Sunstone, 1 Moon Gem, 1 Mickey and Boom, and 1400 jewels. And you do get the gold ticket for buying VIP, which will be distributed on 9/18. So, thoughts on this VIP? Let's talk about the medals a little bit in depth, so you guys can kind of get an idea as to whether or not you should buy this VIP or not. But most of you guys already know how really good 2 out of these 3 medals are. So let's go ahead and talk about it, guys. First thing is Toon Roxas Santa. Oh, Toon Santa Roxas. Wow. It's still the morning, guys. I apologize. So, with Toon Santa Roxas, he does 6 hits for 1 turn, up by strength by 1, strength by 7, PSM strength by 7, restores 3 gauges, and enemies countdowns is unaffected. So this is kind of like a mini Kairi EX Kai, or more leaning towards Illustrated Kairi EX Kai. So it's not too bad of a medal. This medal can be used for certain situations, like say pod quests, maybe some events in the future that are coming up where you're only required to use like single target medals, you know, etc, etc. So that's it for Toon Santa Roxas. Now the other one is going to be Toon Sora and Goofy. Now, in my opinion, this is the second best medal for this VIP because it deals 4 hits, and for 1 turn the general strength is up by 7, up by 3. Damage scales depending on whether you're facing 1 enemy or limbs in the raid boss, or if you're facing up against a group of enemies. So yeah, that will determine the multiplier, which is at 13.76 to 24.16, and it does remove the target status effects. So how can you use this medal? You can use this medal, of course, in raid bosses and whatnot, even though it's not going to be too effective because you're getting rid of the status effects. But this medal definitely shines in PvP, only because if you place it correctly, especially if you're going up against somebody who is using triple threat, they got the whole triple threat setup, etc, etc. Toon Sora and Goofy can actually come in handy, because that way it'll remove all of the poison, the paralysis, the sleep and whatnot, and it'll go ahead and give you that +7 general strength with the upright and whatnot, and then the rest of the medals that you have behind it can probably cover everything else that you need to maybe, just maybe, be able to get the win for that round. Now, for the 7-star version of the Toon Sora and Goofy, the big difference between both of them is that the multiplier is at 39.70 to 50.09. That is a very strong multiplier. So in my opinion, this is the second best medal out of this VIP for this week. So I actually got myself a very good copy because I did manage to get +1000 ground and air. So I'm considering making it into a a 7-star medal only because of that multiplier and for certain situations where I can use this medal. So that's my thoughts on the Toon, Sora, and Goofy. Now, the other one, which is everybody's favorite medal, and you see this all the time, especially if you do manage to get into the top 100, top 500, top 1000, is Illustrated Invisible. Now, Illustrated Invisible is a very strong medal, and especially if you do manage to get the perfect tricks, like say 2+1000s and extra attack, you are golden because this beast does some damage. So, Illustrated Invisible for 1 turn. General strength is up by 7, reverse strength by 3, and general defense goes down to -7 on the enemies. And then, of course, the requirement to get that max multiplier is that either there has to be no limbs or there's only 1 enemy left that you're facing. So, yeah, this medal right here shines in so many situations. Yes, it is a single target, but that multiplier, especially at a 7-star, which ranges as the Toon, Goofy, and Sora, at 30.79 to 50.09. Guys, if you have faced anybody who uses this medal in PvP, or you do use this medal in other events like Coliseum, raid bosses, and whatnot, you already know that this medal is very, very strong. So if you typically buy VIP, guys, or if you buy good VIPs, I'd highly recommend that you buy this week's VIP. Now, one thing to note is that yes, there is a current high score challenge going on, but make sure that you don't get too trait crazy and try to trade all of these 3 medals, because these medals could pop up in the next high score challenge, which will be about a month by now, but you never know. They might pop up with another one maybe during anniversary or maybe afterwards. You never know. So I'm just letting you guys know that if you want to keep at least maybe 2 copies on the side, if you don't pull a lot and you strictly rely on, say, VIP medals, make sure to keep at least 2 to 3 copies on the side, so that way you'll have that bonus percentage medals for the next high score challenge. So aside from that, guys, this week's VIP is incredible. It does last for 1 week, so definitely if you buy VIP for this week, definitely make sure to grab yourself these awesome medals. So alongside with that, guys, let me close this real quick. The next thing is fight the close-handed captain in this week's raid event. So it is raid week again. Yes, as much as I'm starting to detest raid week, I feel like now that we have to get to level 800, we pretty much got to raid. So hopefully this boss does dish out a good amount of luck, so that way we can try to level up, get those easy free 5,000 jewels every 50 levels, etc, etc. The raid quest will only be available during certain times, Monday through Friday, which I believe, let me make sure, I believe it is the regular hours. Let me double check for you guys. I don't want to give you guys any false info real quick. Let's see, JST time. Okay, so yes, it is actually the same hours that it usually is. So for the Eastern Standard Time, and then you guys can kind of go by it. It does last for 1 hour, the raid hour. So from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. and then from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The next day. So in between those 2 hours, guys, you have the opportunity to face the close-handed captain. Now on Saturday, it is open all day. The same hours apply, except it is shortened by 30 minutes instead of an hour. So do make note of that, so that way you won't be surprised during this week. So pretty much on Friday and Saturday. And then note that on any special solo/party Lux rewards, which is kind of weird. So it's not really a raid event, but it kind of is a raid week. I don't know, it's a little confusing. Aside from that, though, the final thing that I do want to talk about is Union Cross. So Union Cross up until September 16th. Another Lux Union Cross is here, which is everybody's favorite. Which drops more Lux than normal. Fight Heartless to get the Starry Night glasses for your spirit, which is what you see right there. So now your spirit and yourself can actually match up, which is pretty awesome. The Lux multiplier is around 14 times on normal runs, meaning if you get 123 Lux in combat, you'll end up with roughly 1,722 Lux on the result screen. So there are 5 boards that you got to complete. Now when it comes to the 14 times Lux, On normal runs, that means that that multiplier for the amount of big lucks that you get does not affect bonus hours. So definitely make note of that. Don't just focus on the straight 30-minute hours or half hours where you get like double the coins, etc., etc. Make sure to if you are trying to grind some extra lucks, to do it off hours. Maybe get a couple party members together and then, you know, say grind for like 30, maybe to an hour, to see what kind of lucks that you get, maybe to get you closer to that quota that you need to get those 5,000 free jewels per 50 levels. So that's about it though, guys. After that, nothing really special. I do want to remind each and every one of you that Demix is our next Organization 13 member, and he is going to arrive Wednesday morning. So definitely be prepared for that. Make sure you got those 1,500 jewels in case Demix is a good medal, good Organization 13 medal. So with that, alongside with the event, and of course we get the 5,000 jewels, the trade medals, etc., etc. So yeah, definitely be prepared for that. And of course, PvP does end tomorrow morning, so good luck to everybody who is fighting on PvP. And that's about it, guys. So if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see some more future KHUX content, so I just moved my window, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And as always, guys, I will see you guys next time.